Hello. Hello, everyone. All of you out there. With an abundance of joy, I greet you on this Sunday in 2025. It's getting closer to the Christmas season and the new year of 2026. Wow. Yes, there will be midterm elections that will determine so much for us as a country. But for right this minute, I welcome you to the Advancement Center and welcome you to your world of magic and miracles. Yeah. So much is determined for you as a sovereign being, a child of God who has discovered the joys of life itself. One of those joys is celebration. Never miss an opportunity to celebrate. The very structure of your physical being is enhanced when you celebrate with others and is present. Now, I couldn't be more happy. One second, as I pull my chair over. Yeah. Now, we were talking about the importance of celebration. Well, it comes in all different sizes, from millions of people in Times Square counting down the last minutes of the year to welcome and rejoice in the new year. That's happening. Or opening a letter of acceptance to the college, which is your first choice. That's exciting and cause to celebrate. Having the obstetrician place your newborn on your chest and forever change your life with his congratulations. I've known all of the above. Universal moments, all the way to celebrating walking the intended 1,000 steps in a day and not losing my balance once. That's quite a span. But they've all been my experiences, and they will all be yours. Sooner, later, perhaps a lot later. Old age, what am I saying? Old age is impossible when everything is new. Youth is resilient, and age is wise and a little bit more rigid in thought and movement. The secret I have discovered is to let rigidity go out the window if you can. Yeah. And of course you can. You're here. And just by your being here, you're not rigid. You're ready for anything. Now, as all of you know. But if you're brand new, I write in my journal every morning. And I write to Simeon. And Simeon is Robert, and Robert is my husband, Robert's brother, who dwells in another realm. And the best part of my correspondence with Simeon is no matter what time I write to him, he always answers and enhances my life. So here goes. "7:37 this morning. Dear Simeon, today is my broadcast, and 1 month before my 90th birthday. Wow. What can I say? What should I say? Any words from you would be so welcome. Love, Barbara." And he always answers me within 15 seconds. And he wrote, "Dearest Barbara, it's just like all the other birthdays you have celebrated, but like a landmark, an accomplishment, a gift to the world." Now, the greatest gift to the world by far has been your introducing Robert to the world, and I came along for the ride. You created 1136 La Vista as your address, and your endless table has welcomed guests far and wide. Your light has shown the way for so many. We adore you and we love you. For Robert, we adore you and your love for Robert. You both are beacons of light for the world. Love, Simeon. And that was 8:02 this morning. And it's always my pleasure to share Simeon with you. Thank you for listening. Whoops. Okay. Now, first word here is remember. All the way back when you had to sit at the children's table. That's a long time ago for me, but I remember being extremely insulted because I thought I was so grown up. Now those children are adults, and there is no room at the table because their topics would no longer interest me, they say. How can they say that? Easily. Youth is forever, they wish. All they see is what they see. They don't see what's coming. We do. At one time in my career, this is all about being old on the calendar, but not in here. Old gets dusty. Old is forgotten. But not here. Not here at the Advancement Center. Now, at one time in my career, I was the director of the geriatric division of a large psychiatric hospital. And what I learned has served me well. And I'm going to share it with you now. I brought in simulation exercises to educate the staff in caring for their patients. Now, I had to buck a lot of people to make this happen, but it was extremely effective. And I added this to the sensory awareness program that I had begun, and a whole lot of other workshops, a drop-in center that looked like somebody's living room that they could just come in and have a normal exchange with a friend. I brought a lot of things into that hospital. It released so much creativity. So this is what happened when I brought in the simulation exercises. There was one, I remember, I guess it was a machine or a recording. I don't quite remember, but it simulated loss of hearing. And that was fascinating, including my own self and my own response. But the staff would sit there, and all of a sudden, they couldn't hear. Now, some got very quiet. They sat back, retiring, almost into the woodwork, and didn't utter a word. While others leaned forward, shouted, yelled, and expected everyone to hear her because she couldn't hear. So that was the loss of hearing simulation. And then we had the loss of vision acuity. And to accomplish this, we put on, oh my God, I remember, we put on glasses, and the glass was on a spring. So they were dingling and dangling, and the staff couldn't walk. They lost their balance. They couldn't maneuver, and it was very frightening for them. Remember, I'm trying to sensitize my staff to understand who they're dealing with. They're dealing with people who have lived a long time and have lost their acuity in sight and hearing and movement. See, what else was there? Hearing, sight. Oh, yes, right. The steady gait was when they had glasses and the lens was on a spring. So all of a sudden, my entire staff became geriatric. There is no better lesson to sit in someone else's shoes. That was very effective. I think back on those days, and the understanding that it gave to the staff, I now have for myself. Yeah, 90 is quite a number. It's exciting. It's exciting to realize what I have. I have so much. I have cause for celebration. What is it, 6 days a week, 5 days a week? We celebrate every time we have a broadcast. David speaks on Monday. Genya speaks on Tuesday. We have a random selection from the past on Wednesday. And Friday, David speaks again. And Saturday, Adrian, our Scotsman. And then here we are on Sunday with Barbara. So every day of the week, we have cause for celebration. Oh, and after the broadcast, we have a celebration. Those of us in our family, our extended family, our advancement family, we all get on a Zoom call. And we heap praises on the broadcaster and each other and celebrate every possibility. A new grandchild. We celebrate, Vidi moving out of her place, 4.5 hour drive from here, and moved in with David. So now she's close by. Celebration, the most important word, because then you learn how to celebrate the little things. All right. Now, the most wonderful thing of having a full life is that there are so many magical memories. I have traveled the globe extensively, and now I am blessed with an amazing memory. I can sit in my beautiful Santa Barbara home with the sun shining and go for a travelogue. When I toured Europe with the choir, different concerts, different audiences, different experiences. We all have experiences that we can replay and replay with a happy heart and a recognition of how wonderful it all was and continues to be so. I guess the secret I have discovered is to stretch, not so much your limbs, but move in your own age playground. And I found art, and pastels in particular, as a wonderful joy. So I have an art class every Tuesday night, and this is what happened this past Tuesday. Now, I don't know what it is about this, but I'm drawn to it all week. I keep looking at it and I love it. I hope you like it. It was fun. There are so many factors vying for your attention out there. And all I can say is follow your spirit. Follow your Jiminy Cricket, as I used to say, because I love Pinocchio. And he will always lead you to a perfect life with perfect health and an amazing future. Thank you so much for joining me. And until next time, I send you all my love. I am Barbara.